Hey, what's up? This is the first of many videos where I'll show you what I'm doing, how I'm learning the ropes of mechanical engineering, how I'm slowly on the journey to being one of the best. So, about 2 months ago, I started doing what uh, any alleged engineering inclined person would do. So, which is like just start breaking stuff and opening stuff up to see how it works. So, what I did was I opened up my mom's hair blower dryer. What's it called? That thing you just press so that it dries your hair after you shower. And I saw that it had this little motor. Didn't know much about it. I had taken some, an electricity course, like basic electromechanical circuits, but it was mostly just theory about Ohm's law, Thevenin, just stuff like that, just theory. We did have a lab session, like 8 lab sessions, where we did some basic stuff. Yeah, I didn't know. I knew this was a motor, but didn't really know how it worked. I know that current goes through copper wire windings, and because it's winded, the magnetic field that's created is way stronger than if it just passed through a straight copper wire, no coils, and that some sort of way this ended up making the rotor spin, the rotor being inside the stator, and that this movement is taken advantage of by connecting something to the shaft. Yeah, and in the case of a blow dryer, there's a little fan that's connected to the shaft, inserted in the shaft so that this fan blows air to dry someone's hair. So I knew this was a motor, and I opened it up, and silly me, I saw some copper plates, which you can see them right here. Kind of see them right here. And stupid me, I saw when I opened it up, I saw that those copper plates, bearings, I don't know what they're called, but I know that they distribute. I now know that they distribute temperature. So I saw them on my desk, and I just decided to throw them away. I said, there's no need for them. I threw them away. And then I had a hard time connecting the brushes, putting the brushes back in place, because this is the commuter, and you need those brushes, which are the magnets, north and south, through which current passes through those magnets and into the commuter, and there's this spinning motion, which is then translated to this other winding, which these windings which are on top. And like the point is, I put everything back together through a lot of struggle, and the machine did not work. The blow dryer didn't work. All that started happening was that after I plugged it into the power outlet, the MFer started letting out all this smoke, so I had to unplug it. So that was a hair dryer. But you know what? I said, you know what? This is the start of something. So I kind of ran out of time because of my courses and just acing all of them, humbly speaking. But now 5th semester is over, and I've had some time to play around, and my family had this blender that they weren't using anymore because it didn't work. So I just opened it up, taking advantage of the fact that they had already bought another blender, so they don't even remember this one. I opened it up, had a hard time with the screw. Oh no, this is a screw. I tried using the screwdriver there, but even though it was a knee screw, it was already slipped. I couldn't use it. I tried all sorts of things. I used a rubber band. I put some glue in there and it didn't work. You know what? I just noticed I'm not even typing anything. Yeah, I tried removing it. Didn't work. So what I ended up doing was and it's a screw because it doesn't use a nut. It's a screw. What I ended up doing was I had to cut it up with a little saw just to use the what's it called? I ended up using a flathead screwdriver instead of the round head one. I mean, instead of the crosshead one. So yeah, I opened it up, and well, I finally had some time to do some research, and I found out some stuff about this motor. Alright, so found out that this is the motor that was in the blender. Pretty much looks the same, other than the fact that this armature, I think that's what it's called, is a bit larger than the one here that I'm sharing. So, like in the other motor, the current goes through these brushes, and because of the commutator's subsequent spinning and the current that passes through these coils, now the rotor starts spinning. I had a hard time. Well, I saw that some of these, there were two cables initially, and there was also another one that was connected to the power cord. Here's the power cord, and it's got two endings right here. Well, I saw that one of the motor's endings was connected to the power cord. I don't remember which one. And the other one was connected to a small PCB type of board. It's this one. Specifically, it was connected. Well, I saw that it was connected here where I sharpied. Where I put in a little Sharpie circle right here. Okay. So one of the ends of the motor was connected to the power cord, and the other one to the PCB. And I saw that one of the ends of the power cord was floating around. So, like, after some thinking, I think the most reasonable thing, and some research as well, was that loose power cord cable that must have been connected right here, where it says M1. So that means that's related to the motor, and N right here means that's neutral. So it must have been part of the. I have it backwards. So N is to one of the hot faces of. It comes out directly of the DC motor, and this one, the M, must have been connected to like the power source. So this forms part of the circuit. And we've got these different resistors. This is a capacitor, and this helps. I read it helps dampen the voltage in some sort of way. These are little buttons that help you regulate the blender speed. And if I press one of these, you won't be able to see, but there's a little clicking here. You can see a little thing that's flashing. It's like some sort of way it connects. I don't know. Like it regulates the speed. I read that it pairs up different resistors so that the motor speed is in accordance with whatever speed it shows here on these buttons. Right, so I read that this one, it works both for DC and AC. So initially it was connected, as I said, to the power cord, and I cut it off with some wire cutters. And what I decided to do was use some alligator clips to connect these two endings to a battery. This is a battery, well, 4 batteries in series, 4 AA batteries in series. And the multimeter says that it's about, I think it was like 5 volts, 5.5 volts, I don't remember, or 7. Yeah, I connected it, and nothing happened. This baby didn't start spinning. But, weirdly, once, if I disconnected one of the alligator clips from either of these endings, from the motor or this power source ending, the batteries, and I tapped it against that ending, there was a slightly perceivable buzzing, but there was something. So I said, okay, so I kind of know now where the cables should go. And then I said, hey, if this works for AC as well, let me hook it up connect this again to the power cord through some alligator clips, and then connect the power cord to the power outlet. And I did, and that thing, the first try, that thing did start spinning, and I got scared, and immediately I disconnected it. So I knew it was working. And I said, hey dude, put in the base now. Put it right here in its base. And try it again. And when I connected it to the power cord, I saw a big spark come out of the alligator clip, one of the alligator clips, and it disconnected from the motor. So gotta be careful. Yeah. So I think that's it. I learned some stuff, like how to unscrew a slipped screw. I hate them. But now I know how to do that. I could have used a grinder, but I don't have a grinder. I'm on a budget right now, so I had to saw it with this. So it took some time. The next step is I'd like to make my own power drill. I don't think it'll be easy, but it'll be fun. I could use this. Yeah, I'll use it. It's pretty powerful. I also need to see how to calculate stuff like horsepower for this. No clue how to do that yet. What else? I know that project, the power drill project, it also required for me to learn about electronics, because I don't know anything. I've been reading and watching YouTube videos, but haven't done anything yet. I'll use this. I don't know how, but I know it'll require some. Maybe I'll have to change the capacitor. I don't know. Resistors. Maybe use some Arduino or an ESP. But yeah, I'll see what to do. And my 3D printer gets here a week, which I can print the parts just for the base, what's it called, the outer part of the power drill. But that's for later on. First, I've got to see how this works. Right? Bye bye.